Now, here's a tricky question for you. When is it okay to compliment someone on a photo of them? Well, a row erupted after a man did just that on the professional networking website LinkedIn. Charlotte Proudman received a message from a senior law firm partner about this photo of her. It read, I appreciate that this is probably horrendously politically incorrect, but this is a stunning photo. You definitely win the prize for the best LinkedIn picture I have ever seen. Well, she sent him a response saying, among other things, I find your message offensive. I'm on LinkedIn for business purposes, not to be approached about my physical appearance or to be objectified by sexist men. Unacceptable and misogynistic behaviour. Well, he has since apologised, but many people have backed her stance. Others, though, have claimed that she was overreacting. So where is the line these days between chivalry and misogyny? It's a difficult one, isn't it? Well, we'll try and unpick it now for you, because with me now is Martin Daubney, who's the former editor of Loaded magazine, now writes a men's feature for us in the section for the Sunday Telegraph, I should say, and Natasha Devon, who's founded a programme to help young people with their self-esteem. It's great to have you both on the programme. You're both friends, aren't you? As
we are.
Chat.
Yeah,
we'll see how you finished.
We'll have to have an argument, though, won't we?
Yeah. OK, so I'm not going to go ladies first this time, because I don't want to upset everyone. But Martin, is this an overreaction? What do you think?
It's a gross overreaction. I think we live in an era where this persistent man-shaming is very much the kind of topic of the day. We just had the Ashley Madison thing. It's like all these men that are being unfaithful, let's shame them, and they start killing themselves.
Women in that incident.
Yeah, but ostensibly it was like a man thing, and I think this reaction was that the guy was clumsy. He's a bit older than her. Is it an age thing? Like it's back to the Sir Tim Hunt thing. But really, the reaction was grossly disproportionate, and I think everybody loses here actually, because the reaction today hasn't been men v women. There have been lots of women saying, why did you do that? Why did you take this public? Why did you shame the guy on Twitter? His wife is getting doorstepped by the Daily Mail. It's like potentially ruining his life. And I feel sorry for the guy. And I think men are completely baffled and overwhelmed about what's acceptable. We don't know anymore.
OK, we'll try and answer that question. Natasha, I mean, if you were this lady, would you react in this way?
I'm not necessarily sure I would have done. I think she was right to tell him that it was inappropriate. The fact that he is a senior partner within a law firm and so much older than her does suggest that this was a bit of power play going on. And I think that she was absolutely right to call him out on that. And I think it was very brave of her to do so. However, when she took it to the Twitter masses, fed him to the social media mob, that's when the balance tipped in his favour. I agree with Martin that her reaction there was disproportionate. But she does say something quite interesting in her subsequent statements where she says, yet another example of this happening. So you almost get the impression that she's being approached constantly on LinkedIn, which is a professional networking site. And it was the straw that broke the camel's back.
And she makes the point as well that her partner, a male, would never have had this kind of offer. I mean, Martin, if this had been a bloke's picture, would you have sent him a message saying, oh, nice shot, and yeah, we should get together and talk about your business
I often do compliment men and women on social media.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
You really send a bloke a message saying that's a very attractive
Yeah, I do. But I think we just have to have a sense of proportion here. He didn't send a full frontal nude picture of himself. He didn't even make a sort of sexual connotation towards it. He said, stunning picture. The picture, which was a great picture. She looks great in it. And I think the vast majority of men take confusion away from this. It's like, well, what can we do? Nobody knows. We're absolutely baffled and overwhelmed. And I think the net result of that is that men are going to stop being nice to women.
And you're not alone, because Ian on Twitter actually had loads of messages, but Ian particularly on Twitter says, I don't compliment women at all now, which is a real shame, Natasha, isn't it? I mean, hasn't it gone too far?
I think it is. I think when people make comments like the one you just read from Ian, the mistake they're making is that they're assuming that all women are the same, and they're not. I think men need to understand that when they hold the door open for a woman, or when they compliment her, or do something which they consider to be a nice gesture, they are taking a risk, because they don't know the woman in question. If they are met with aggression, or if they are rejected, it's because they have unwittingly violated that woman's boundaries. But they have to act in a way that they consider to be appropriate and right. As long as they can sleep at night, that's the only thing that matters.
What should he have done, and what should have happened in this situation, do you think, Martin?
Well, I mean, history is we can't go back in time. But he made an approach, it was clumsy, he's been pasted for it. I think he's paid his penance. But what I think from this is that men looking at this, the vast majority will think, God, is it worth it? Are we going to have a sort of cessation of conviviality? Is it the death of the compliment? What a sad world that would be.
Indeed. Don't stop complimenting women. That would be my
You both
advice.
look gorgeous. mate.
Ah,
Is that okay?
I knew you were going to
Sue
say
me.
that. And you look very handsome too.
I want no
my
part of
lawyer will
this.
be in touch.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.